Alright folks, welcome to another modern stream. We're going to be playing some Golgari Yawgmoth today. This is our second league of the day. And the first one was something else. If you have not checked it out, strongly recommend you do so because we played some very good matches. Lots of amazing showcases of the power of this card. This card is just kind of nuts. There was some sick jamming, yeah. There you go. Used to be a band that I used to play back in, which year was this? 2014. Yeah, 2014. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But the jams are still sick. I shouldn't have posted on Twitter that I'm playing Yawgmoth. Now people they're afraid. They don't want to queue into me. They know that I'm gonna get them. There we go. Our first victim. Our first victim right here. Or not. Called it too early, god damn it. There we go. Alright. Jay Snyder. Oh wow. Jay Snyder is one of the OG supporters of the stream. Has been a supporter since basically since I started streaming. Okay, not amulet. We got to rule that out. It's a Lurrus deck, but I just have to risk it, right? I just have to go turn 1 Noble. And maybe we get to Geist on 2. Turn 1 Noble. Turn 2 Geist plus Kalni. Turn 3 Yawg. Oh. So that's what's up. Yep, that's 100% the play. Now knowing that they are on Hammer Time. I also have not seen Hammer Time in so long. What happened to that deck? It was all the rage and then it just disappeared. The Force of Vigor matchup. Yeah, we finally got there. Force did some good work against my Gruul opponent. I played against Gruul and I went oh wow. I played against Gruul and they were suiting up their Force. They were turn 1 Utopias Pro, turn 2 Utopias Pro, and then I forced them and then it bought us like a million turns. I love how we have Hammer seems like a rough one, and then immediately after this matchup is so easy. I mean, they probably don't have removal, right? So I'm just gonna do this, and there's no real point in attacking, really. Like, it's not like the damage is gonna matter, and I'm not going to. Like, this means that I have a blocker that I can just throw under the bus. Yeah, I'm blocking. Hopefully they don't have the trample thingy. They have a one-off Shadow Spear. Well. Why would they not have it? Yeah, why would I think that they would not have it is the real question here. I don't have lethal here, right? Like, I just don't have a lethal line. I can't Evo away the Geist. I'm just dead. I can play Yogg. And I can reset the Geist pitching a bird. No, they trample, and we know that they just search for another hammer. So we know that they're going to have like a 23-23 that's going to trample through. I mean, it was just the fact that they had the one of Shadow Spear, right? Like that was the thing. No, Break Sage is not in the main deck. Yeah, this is just lethal for us. Yep. Okay, Rex Sage, Force of Vigor, Decay. That's it. Revoker, maybe? So these are the cards that I'm potentially interested in. This one right here. They have Oriok maybe, post-board, so Chief may be good. What's Chief? Engineer, you mean? Oh. I mean, do I care about Oriok Champion? We can win through Oriok Champion fairly easily, right? With just multiple Geralf's messengers. The reason I consider Engineer is because of Yawgmoth. Cavalier seems like a little bit too slow. Like, potentially relevant, but it seems like it just may be a little bit too slow, unfortunately. Maybe we can cut one of the messengers. I've been cutting messengers against decks that are faster than us. Maybe this is wrong, but it has felt okay to do that. Hapatra, because this is not going to be a particularly grindy matchup. It feels like the interaction is going to be more relevant. And what? What's up, Andrea? How's it going? Let's cut another one of those dudes. Warden seems way not great. I mean, it's a faster way for us to combo. This hand sounds pretty solid. So turn one Bird, turn 2 Wall plus Cutthroat, turn 3 Yogg. Seems legit. This deck scales kind of quickly, actually. Also, it is really nice to be playing Wall of Roots plus Chord of Call, and it's been a minute since I've enjoyed this interaction, since my Kiki Chord days. I loved playing Kiki Chord. So any deck that makes good use of Wall of Roots plus Chord is a good deck in my eyes. Yeah, of course, OG Wall of Roots, OG frame, OG set. We can also Chord for interaction. Ugh. So let's do wall. And I guess now I'm gonna go for Geist, right? Just gonna serve with it. Because my opponent, if they are doing the thing. Yeah, we're dead to hammer. I know that we're dead to hammer because my opponent can activate Inkmoth and just attack. But like, in order to not be dead to hammer, I need to like throw my birds under the bus. Like, how am I winning that game? And they need to have exactly hammer, like they can't tutor for the hammer. Okay, so that means that we're not dead. Good for us. Stoneforge. No, if I can't tap the bird, like again, I'm not throwing a bird under the bus there. Playing around being dead there, I think it's a mistake. Because I can't win if I don't develop my board. Steel Shaper's Gift. So their hand is going to be Hammer, Hammer, or Hammer and the other thingy. Shadow Spear, okay. I'm thinking of... oh no, we didn't bring in the engineer. Oh, damn it. I was thinking we can court for engineer and it's going to be sick, but no. Yeah, okay, so I guess we're just going to court for Rex Age. And we can play the Young Wolf because it's free. No, I'm not going to court for Yogg. I have a Yogg in hand. We can go get Rex Sage. I think I'm just doing this and saying go. Why am... Oh, should I just cast Yawgmoth there? I mean, I just court for Rex Sage, or I can court for Yogg now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't beat 3 activations. This is the second league with the deck. So I guess that here we can just basically see what my opponent does and then react to it. Because they're not going to have enough mana to activate both Inkmoths. So we are just going to... My opponent is just going to activate the Inkmoth. I'm not going to block. They're going to flash in the Colossus Hammer. I'm going to wait for them to choose the target. They're going to choose the Inkmoth. I'm going to court for Yogg. Then Yogg Yogg gives -1/-1 to Inkmoth. They're gonna Shadow Spear response. That's fine. We just Yogg again, and they lose. Like, we just have perfect information. This is just lethal. Like, it just doesn't matter what we do here. Like, we just don't care about what my opponent's doing here. We have perfect information. They can't work around this. Mana Tithe, yeah, again, we have perfect info, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, so we let the Shadow Spear resolve, because it just doesn't matter. We can take 2 poison. I mean, it's not like opponent has any outs to this, right? Like, it's just what it is. Like, sure. Yeah. Hammer away, my friend. Hammer away. You get a -1/-1 counter. Expertly navigated, no mistakes made. Perfect. Early concession there? No, it was not. They were actually done on board. How do you do you think that this is correct, Tom? If you're still in chat, like, do you think that cutting some Giraffe's messengers is correct in this matchup? And do you want Plague Engineer? Because Engineer seems kind of weird. Like, in that specific situation, it would have been fine, but we didn't really need it, right? An Oreo Champion is a thing. Yeah, you cut 2 messengers, yeah. No Ashiok? Shut up, Andrea. Hey, Saver, how's it going? Long time no see, indeed. I feel like this seems fine to me. They play Air Search? Yes, but it's a 3-mana card that does not impact the board, Andrea. By the time I can play my Ashiok, my opponent has cast 2 of their 8 spells. And I'm dead, because I spent 3 mana to cast a Planeswalker that doesn't do anything. Oh, Andrea is... But, Andrea, you have to put the Kappa in there, okay? What about Spellskite? Spellskite doesn't really stop anything, right? Like, equipment doesn't get messed up by Spellskite. My boot drive died and computer imploded, so I've been offline the past 2 weeks. Oh, brutal. So I think Plague Engineer is kind of interesting, but I don't think it's better than the other cards that I'm playing. I may be wrong about that. Maybe it's better than Decay? Because Decay can't answer Inkmoth? And this can? Maybe it's better than Essence Warden. Okay, let's go with that. Hammer Time doesn't sign in Saltis. I haven't seen... I guess I did see a Black Source, I guess. Never mind. I was going to say I haven't seen a Black Source, but that's just not true. I think I keep this, right? Like, it's not a combo hand, but... We have Decay, we have turn 1 Goose as interaction. We can Plague Engineer on 2. They should burst and push. Maybe. We don't care too much about removal. When all your creatures come back from the dead. Also, what is the flavor on... Like, I understand the flavor on the other cards, but like, what is the flavor on Young Wolf, right? What is the flavor on Young Wolf? Why is Young Wolf coming back from dying? Can somebody explain that to me? He gets older, but he dies. Right? So. I think I'm on a Young Wolf here. Next turn we can Plague Engineer, naming probably Human. Uh-oh. Yawgmoth is mildly scary. Sad face. So I guess this decay has to take care of that needle. Yeah, I was thinking of Engineer plus Decay. Engineer naming Yawgmoth, of course. Although I guess I can just Engineer naming Human, kill the Area Champion, and then I can just blow up an Equipper. So I don't die to the Yawgmoth next. That actually seems better. And we got rid of the Oriok Champion, which is kind of awkward here. Yeah, Decay doesn't kill lands, but I don't need to kill the land if I'm killing the equipment, right? Also, my opponent could just not have an Equipper. The champ actually doesn't do much if you intend to win it with Cutthroat and Messenger. Huh, okay. So maybe that was a misstep on my part. We still kind of need to find land here, because this Gilded Goose is about to expire. I'm still going to decay these on insta. Also, my Wall of Road is kind of expiring too. So my opponent has Colossal Summer, Shadow Spear, but no Equipper. If they're gonna play the Equipper right now, that's fine. Sure, still fine. Gilded Goose confirmed fresh produce. What if we just untap? What if we just untap here? Because I don't know if I'm drawing a land, and if I'm not drawing a land, then this line is not very good. And I could die to the Yawgmoth, so I guess I'm gonna untap, and I'm just gonna play Cutthroat here. Pork Cop, thank you for the follow. Oh, not that one. That one. Like, it doesn't seem like my opponent has managed to put everything together here, but... do we attack? No, I don't attack. Because if I attack, my opponent just has a... Like, if they attempt to attack, I just take the trade. Yawgmoth. So I guess they found a way to equip. Let's go, Goose. Okay, so they found... Oh. Oh, so yeah, that's fine. we're okay with that one. We are okay with that one. So I guess I'm gonna make a food here, actually. Right? This is such a weird... This is such a weird game. Because I need to make sure I have double black for Yogg. Wait, is this lethal? No, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 1 mana short of lethal. Okay, so this turn we're just doing this. And we are still passing. And then on my opponent's end step, we use Gilded Goose to Abrupt Decay. And then we untap and we Yogg and we kill them. That's a slow grind with the Yawgmoth. My opponent can path, but if they path, like, it's just fine. They also have exactly 1 unknown card. If they want to not die here, they need to path the Young Wolf, I guess. Or I guess Strangleroot Guys is a better target to path. So if they are holding the path, they have to do it right now. I guess they could also path the Cutthroat. GG Snyder, sweet. That was that was kind of a grind. I wasn't expecting to play such a long game against Hammer. That was cool. That was cool. This deck is great, man. This deck is truly great. Yep. Keep this. Turn 1 Bird, turn 2 Roots into Geist, turn 3 Geist, and can we also call for Yogg? We may be able to call for Yogg as well. Honest, respectable deck, exactly. Everything you could want in a deck. Just an honest, respectable deck. Opponent is a Dredging. Oh. It's an okay draw, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Play Yogg. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we can't comp off next turn. Ow! I just didn't notice what my opponent dredged. They milled triple Bloodghast. They milled triple Bloodghast double amalgam. That sounds reasonable. But wait, there's more. Will not even matter? I mean, I'm hoping that it won't matter, but... We are at 20 though. So. Yogg. Sackgeist. Kill Miba. Draw card. If I find a land... I guess I'm one short? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go for a Young Wolf on my opponent's Sense Step if I chord. I can also Walls plus Geist. Yeah, Tom, but I don't get to go infinite, right? Because I don't have a second one just yet. So what I was thinking about doing is just not playing Yogg this turn because I don't expose it to something like a Conflag, and just going Wall plus second Geist this turn. And if I go Wall plus second Geist, I can chord for Cutthroat on my opponent's end step, then again tap on a Yogg and I kill them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Play Wall. I love how we can't Pendelhaven literally any of our creatures. Do I need to do that actually? Oh, that's right. You can't undo Wall of Roots because it's bugged. It's been bugged for like 5 years or something? So let's see if they find Conflag here. Because it's probably the only card that really matters. No Conflag, that's obviously great for us. Right click, attack all. Expert plays from my opponent. Take 2, 7. Seems reasonable to me. El Geisto comes back. And now what? Dredge Imperino. Ox of Agonis. I guess if they mail all of their chills, we are in trouble actually, right? If they Ox and they mail every single chill, then we don't have a life to start the loop. No, we called for Sulaport. That's what I'm setting up here. They would need to get very, very lucky. Can we dodge? Can we dodge? Yes, yes we can. Cord for 2. Cutthroat. Black, black, black. Make mana. Yog. Clap. You can get Essence Warden and then Yog if you go to 1. Okay, but that doesn't give me infinite life, right? Like that just allows me to draw infinite cards, and then I don't have enough mana to go get Cutthroat. Oh no, I just draw infinite cards and eventually I find a chord. So as long as I find a chord before I find the Cutthroat, I should be good. Sweet. Ooze. Probably Ashiok. This seems like a reasonable Ashiok matchup. Maybe Plague Engineer? And that's about it. I did see Burning Inquiry, so maybe my opponent could be playing Blood Moon too. You also wipe the board and get 1 life for a creature return. Yeah. I don't though, right? Because you have to pay a life in order to activate Yawgmoth. This requires you to pay a life to activate. Destination League? No, this is just a scientific node enemy. And Tom did really well this past weekend. He top 16 the showcase, the modern showcase. So I wanted to feature the deck because I think it's super cool. And it doesn't see enough love in my opinion. You don't get life from their dudes because we are not playing the Superior Blood Artist. How long would it take to get 1,000,000 currency? A lot. A very long time. That's the point. $100 million. Yeah, exactly. My goal is that nobody will ever get it. That's the meme, right? Maybe this is wrong, but I'm just like hedging against Blood Moon. One day, yeah. It would probably take many years. This is probably not a keep against Dredge. How skilled are you at drawing Dread Arbor, Tom? Because I am very good at drawing Dread Arbor. Yeah, you can pay me actual dollars and I will play the stupid deck, but I think I'm just gonna ship the Dread Arbor here. But I can actually cast all of my cards, and all of my cards are better than the Dread Arbor, so it just feels correct to bottom the Dread Arbor there. I'm of course gonna get punished for my decision, but like this next turn we get to Wall of Roots into Young Wolf, and then following turn we get to just like Evolution, or we can Geist into something. It would be awesome to find another land though. But yeah, the amount of times that I've seen Dread Arbor in my opening hand has been alarmingly high. But it is just a skill that I have. Because whenever I play anything like... whenever I play something like Maverick or any Green Sun Zenith deck in Legacy, I manage to do the same thing, so... It's just a fixture of the stream at this point. That's not bad. Land is good. Land is good for sure. Wall into Geist. Yep. Yep. So let's wait till Twitch allows for trade points so that we all put resources together and for one shortly. Oh yeah, if that were ever a thing, I would just not keep it as an option. If anybody wants me to play Neobrand, you will have to give me actual dollars. I'm not gonna play Neobrand for silly channel points. I like rewarding my viewers, but that's just not a reward. that's just actual suffering, so I'm not gonna do that. Also, I guess Neobrand is just dead, so I should probably change that meme around at this point. Lantern control is on the table. I mean, you would need to pay meme prices for Lantern. Probably I wouldn't play Lantern, actually. The idea is that I want to play a deck that I at least have the chance of 2-3 or 3-2 with. A Lantern probably doesn't qualify as such. Remember when I had mana, chat? Wasn't it great when I had mana? Losing Lantern was a cool deck, but it died. Yeah, I did like it as well. And most people did not enjoy playing against Lantern, but it was one of my favorite matchups. I thought that it was one of the most skill-intensive matchups in Modern, honestly. So my opponent going for lethal here. Should have probably loamed, right? Loam into Ox. Okay, no loaming, I guess. Oh, maybe they have a second con flag. But then they can't cast second con flag. Yeah, this is just bad. This was just a bad play. They just missed out on value for no upside. So close. So freaking close. I can't even go get something like Scoozy. Plague Engineer also doesn't do anything on this board. And I can't survive the onslaught, so I'll just pack it in. I can sack this, get a Yogg. Oh, we just die. Just I used my land drop already. I guess if I hadn't used my land drop, no, I guess I didn't have a shot anyway. That sucks. That conflagrate really got me. Probably do the same thing here. Actually, I'm gonna cut the Sage. We can do like a Messenger instead. Or Hapatra. I guess Hapatra is better defensively. Okay. So turn 2 wall. If we find a 1-drop, this would be sick because I can go fetch for. So our best roll is probably like a Bird of Paradise because I can go wall into bird, wall into oh shit. Oh. One, two, three, four, five. Have the option to court for ooze. So I guess we're just gonna court for. If they kill my wall, I'm just gonna court for Dried Arbor. Which seems like it's what my opponent's doing here. Yeah. So court for Arbor. We untap. I guess we get to see what my opponent's gonna do here. Found an Ox. Ugh. Ugh. Ox? More like Grox. Really, the last modern stream? I don't even look for modern content on Twitch when I know you are not online. Glad to catch you stream live. Hey, Romasad, how's it going? Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Wow, they pitch second. Oh no, that was the one conflag. Never mind. They managed to find the second conflag. They mailed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So triple imp is what they milled. So chord for 0. And tap. I can ooze here. In fact, it kind of feels like I have to ooze here. Because I cannot set up lethal. And this conflagrate is looming over there. Two mana play Geist, I can only court for 1, so that's not enough. So I just have to Evo for Scavenging Ooze. The other alternative is to basically take this turn off, take 5 damage from the Ox. My opponent's gonna get to Dredge and they're gonna get to put a bunch of stuff into play, but I can core on end step for. Oh, we cannot get the other guy. No, wait. So we core on end step for 2. We get the guy, the Sulapur Cutthroat. Then we Evo. No, we Yawgmoth. But then we don't have a dude in play. Oof, this is complicated. So I guess I'm gonna just Evo for a Scoos and put a stop on my opponent's draw step. We're probably gonna have to eat the conflagrate, and I'm gonna see if I want to eat something else. One, two, three. So they milled Eat Conflagrate. And they dredged Loam. So the question, I probably want to eat Bloodghast here. Actually, we probably want to eat Amalgam, actually. Or I can have my opponent have the creatures. No, I need to eat the Amalgam, I think. They could have Forgotten Cave, though. Hey, what's up, Predicted? Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good one. Because the thing is that my opponent can dredge, then they can play land. And they can cycle Cave to dredge 4. Yeah, I think I'm just going to eat the priced Amalgam here. And then I'm just going to play the use game. No, I'm not going to eat the Thug. They have 2. One there, one there. So opponent plays Loam. They dredge Cave, Cave, Gorge. Which makes sense. No blocks. They should have dredged with the trigger on the stack. If they find an Amalgam, they're not going to get it back now. Yeah, I'm on the eating graveyard plan. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they dredged Loam. They dredged Thug though. Never mind. Brutal draw step. Brutal draw step. Pass the turn. If my opponent doesn't do anything that requires me to eat, like that for example, then I'm going to chord for a bird on end step. We can eat my own Wall of Roots and a Dryad if we need to eat creatures. I could also save this chord to chord for Engineer. We can call for Engineer and name Spirit. Think you'll follow XRJXXX. No, I just feel like I want mana. I just feel like I want mana. Like, they can get Narcomoebas here, but that's probably not a big deal. And they can't get Amalgams. My sick duck, thank you for the follow. Just get bird. So now we should be able to, between Yawgmoth and Scavengers, we should be able to get rid of all of our potential problems here. Rich loan, that's fine. Do I have to eat the loan? Like, it's not really doing anything. And they already have a loam in hand. Like, I'm scarier of the Forgotten case, but I just don't think I can let this go. We don't need to worry about Conflax because both of them are gone. So that's why I think that we're in an okay spot here. Because Conflag just doesn't do it. There's a chill. Which is scary, but I think we're still fine here. We got the ground covered. They have 6 cards left in the deck. Just noticed that. So they can't Ox. So Scavengers blocks here. Well, Scavengers blocks here. We can also just chump block here. Scoos blocks here. That seems better. Chump. Block. How many chills do they have left? They have 1 chill left. So I guess we just pass here. I can sack this on Miba. Yeah, I guess that it's free to do. Yeah, exactly. It's free to do that. So let's just do that. That gives me a land, and it puts a creature in the graveyard, right? Because I'm just taking a point otherwise. So we block like so. I was considering blocking with the bird, just using the bird to chump one of the Narcomoebas, but I think that it's better if we take 2, we go down 3, and now my opponent can maybe dredge and hope to find a chill, and then we just eat the chill with the Scavengers. So I want to keep the bird alive. And if we untap, we probably can find a way to win. You got an Ox. Yeah, I think they're just gonna mill themselves. Like they just can't dredge. And they have no cards in hand. They just naturally took 3 draw steps. That's really funny. They just took 3 natural draws. Now we eat an imp. Yeah, we're just good here. Like now we untap. My opponent doesn't have good attacks. What's up, Red Fates Menace? How's it going? They just can't win anymore, right? Like Lightning Axe. How many Lightning Axes are gone? 2. So maybe they have another Lightning Axe which can kill my Yogg. But I can't set up lethal here. I can attempt to set up lethal, which is probably good enough. So we play Geist, sack Geist, get Cutthroat, sack Bird to grow Geist. Actually, to shrink Geist, not to grow it. Here's a Cutthroat. So put a counter here. Yeah, okay. So we put a counter here, sucking the bird, and we have like play another birdie, and we're looking for Young Wolf. And we have draw steps, so we have multiple draws, and then Cutthroat just domes them as we go. All right, scavenging news. Hell yeah. Is this a dono deck? No, predicted. You kicked my ass so much, and then Ross top 16 the showcase, and I'm like, okay, it's finally time for me to Yogg. It's been too long, and I haven't Yogged just yet, so it was about time. But yeah, this was not a dono deck. I guess it was about to be a dono deck, and then I played it, and I didn't get a dono. It was a fake dono deck. But no vials. No, this is Tom's list. Sulaport is better than Artist because it doesn't target. I don't know, Guto. I honestly have no idea. I didn't build a deck. This hand, I guess, is fine. Playing against Laplacian. The goose has felt very bad. I have to say, like every time I found a goose, I have wished that it was a bird. Just playing red green. What are you up to, Laplacian? What are you up to? So I guess I just Evo for... I Evo for the undead guy, Giraffe Messenger. Yeah, I was thinking about fetching Basic Forest, but at the time I had Yogg in hand and I had no way to... Like, obviously we got punished, but at the time I had no second black source for Yogg. So that's why I went for the swamp. Obviously, in hindsight, it makes sense to have gotten the swamp, but... Oh, fuck. Can we pack it in here? Because there's no second swamp. So we just got mooned. Just move to the next game. This looks kind of fine. I'm really not sure about Hapatra. Hakuto not be playing enough basics. Yeah, I know, right? Who am I? I guess this is fine. I really wasn't I was expecting him to be on Hammer Time. And he knew what I was on, right? Definitely the information war hurt us there. So we can go turn to Geist. Yeah, this is just not good enough. This is better. Yeah, Tom's been helping. I tagged him on Twitter. Just gonna ship this peatland here. We played this matchup earlier today and we got there. Laplacian is good though. The reason I did it like that is if he goes for turn 2 moon, we can cycle peatland looking for an answer. Well, let's fucking go, right? I guess I can find a 1-drop, but then I'm naked to Blood Moon. I'm naked to Blood Moon, so this just seems better. He says, gambling, you say. I guess that the gamble didn't really pay off for him. Can we get there? Join the stream and I'm playing against my best friend. It's possible. Well, I'm definitely keeping this hand. This hand's great, but I think the question is, am I supposed to go for forest turn 1? Like, I'm obviously gonna fetch, but like, do I fetch for a forest or do I get a swamp? I think I'm gonna fetch for a forest. Yeah, I'm just gonna fetch for a forest. Yeah, I was asking him, like, I told him that I never saw him playing red green before. And he says that he's seen a lot of green Tron and Amulet lately, so he's trying out the deck whether it can beat Shadow and Blue Red Prowess. Hammer has been really difficult time right now. Everybody hates out creatures because of Heliod. Yeah. That's what he said. How is the Yawgmoth deck at the moment? It has felt super good. It has felt super good so far. Well, that answers the question. Rough, rough. I guess this is not rough. This is more like, ow, ow. Trade. You didn't want to trade? What if I was the one offering to trade? Would you take it? You would not take it. Ugh, double bolt. That's a tough way to do it. Just gonna evo one of these dudes into a giraffe messenger. And then we get to core the next turn. We have 2 basics, so there's no way that he can stop me even with a moon. He molds his own Arbor Elf. Alright, good stuff. I'm into this deck. I am super into this deck. Does York feel like playing pot to you, friend, or different? It feels very similar, actually. Obviously, the play patterns have nothing to do with pod. I mean, there's the hold core thing and whatnot, but like, once you get used to the pod, to the play patterns of the deck, everything just makes sense, and it does have a pretty pod-esque feel to it. Yorion. Oh, bonus 4-0. Birdie. So I guess Niv. Yeah, Niv. Oh no. Ooh, maybe Kiki Cord. My opponent is a fellow Wall of Roots lover. My opponent is a fellow Wall of Roots lover. This is a bad matchup? Interesting. Why is that? We can't really get through? Oh, we're gonna get rid of all of their creatures. It's worth it, right? Is it worth it to sack my wall to get rid of my opponent? Yeah, I think it is. Put a counter here, because we're also drawing a card. And yeah. Yogg versus Wall of Omens. Who will get there? Okay, cards that interest me. this, 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 and this. I have to assume that my opponent is going to be playing Magus of the Moon. Essence Warden is probably going to be not great. Engineer seems good against Mana Dorks and whatnot. Ashiok seems good against their tutoring effects. Maybe Revoker is bad. So wouldn't it just be out the life loss? Yeah, you can do that. It also has like some random value against the aggressive decks, which my opponent's deck is not. Yeah, this deck, like I've been sideboarding just like based on like my thoughts, and most of it is probably wrong. Like I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't think I'm expecting Naven Mindset, so that's why I'm thinking about cutting an Evo. I guess they could have actual Blood Moon. Why is there Finn in the cyber? Because with Finn we can actually beat Infinite Life. Finn plus Hapatra is a way to beat Infinite Life. Twilight Mire's really hurting us here. Really hoping for no Renan 6 here. Renan 6 would be big yikes. Twilight Mire has my least favorite thing about the deck. Yeah, we've been hurt by the Twilight Mires multiple times already. We've been forced into mulligans because of Twilight Mires multiple times. GG and BBB is rough. Yeah, it really is. So I think that the Twilight Mires are definitely necessary. I'm not arguing about the Twilight Mires being bad, good or bad. I'm just saying that we've been hurt by them multiple times. But I don't think there's really a way around it. It's kind of just what it is. I mean, for a move to 5, I can't really ask for too much better than this. Yeah, Soul Herder is just great. Yeah, I'm gonna main phase this core because of favorite Mind Sensor though. The question is, do I block? I can block with Young Wolf and then reset it, so I guess it's fine. Neoform. We can court for a 2-drop here. They're totally gonna get Mind Sensor here, right? They're totally gonna get Mind Sensor. They're totally gonna get Mind Sensor here. Sorry. C'est la vie. I cut, oh, Deputy of Detention. Now we can court for 3. Do we have anything that we care about at 3? Not really, right? We didn't bring in Spell's Guide. I think I just making a food here. Because if I draw a land, I can just go get Yogg and I can actually come back into this game. Went into MTG today, never played online before. 3-0 with Amulet and open play. Nice. Good job, Anime. That's awesome. Make food for value. We gotta draw a land. Good. So I guess we main phase this. My opponent can path one of these in response. They're still kind of stuck on mana. So we can get an interesting advantage here. If my opponent has path here, I guess they don't. Put a counter here, sack here. We played our land already, so we can't really do anything about that. And we have -1 here. We sack this, it comes back. We sack this, we put a counter here. We sack this. -2, it comes back. 3-4. So I can sack my entire board to get rid of my opponent's Deputy. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea. So we're just gonna pass the turn here. Finish a combo with Hapatra. Yeah, it's a way to beat infinite life. Apparition is annoying. Just gonna draw a bunch here. Bolt resolves. Young Wolf comes back. Yogg draws a card. This Soul Herder is destroying me. Oh, that kills me. Fuck. Sure. I literally have to wait, and I have to chump block the Soul Herder here. Cavalier gets rid of the Soul Herder here, at least, which is nice. So we get rid of that problem. So play land, swing 4. Also, how cool is to cast Cavalier of Night, right? Sacrifice another creature, kill that. How badass is this card? For real. This is coming from the Times of Skyclave. I mean, we're still in this. We're still in this game. We got rid of the Soul Herder, which was a 10-10. Too bad that this is dies instead of leaves the battlefield. So my opponent can actually effectively exchange 2 birds for a Cavalier if they have an Ephemerate or an Ewit. It's a 4/5 lifelink too, just no joke. Or Charming Prince, yeah, that also does it. Okay, so step number 1 is going to be to serve with this guy. Yeah, step number 1. Get in there, Cavalier. Cushion our life total a little bit. Wall. Bird. Green. Green. Black. Evil. Sack this. Go find Yogg. Yogg can sack this and we get back probably a young wolf. Did I play my land this turn? I guess I didn't play my land this turn. Is it worth it to go for it right now? Probably. Suck this, get back young wolf. That sucks. That super sucks. That fizzles the draw and it gets rid of the Yawgmoth. The good thing is that we can kill this now. Oh wait. Oh fuck, they got stuck in the opposite order? Brutal. Alright, never mind, that sucks. I didn't know I guess that you can actually choose the order in which they get exiled. It also fizzles the draw, which is brutal. Maybe I got a little bit too hasty there. That might have been... Yeah. I mean, in retrospect now, of course, like, we know that my opponent had Ephemerate, but, like, my opponent didn't have Ephemerate last turn, right? Like, if they had Ephemerate last turn, then they could have saved the Soul Herder. So, like, that was their top deck for that turn. Or they drew it off of the Charming Prince. They might have drawn it off of the Charming Prince who blinked the Wall of Blossoms. I think that's what happened. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Court for Messenger, then Court for Yogg. My opponent has used 2 of their Ephemerates so far. Why Messenger first? So I can actually set up a lethal loop. As is, we can't set up a lethal loop just yet. We don't have Scavenging Ooze, do they? No, we don't. Yeah, I guess I can court for Yogg here, actually, right? If I court for Yogg on end step, my opponent can't fizzle my... Yeah, so we court for Yogg here. If they attempt to ephemerate the Skyclave, we just sack 2 of our dudes and we kill the Skyclave. So what they would need to do is they would need to ephemerate right now, which means that then I can untap and I can go for Giraffe Messenger. Man, this match is kind of amazing. What is this, game 2? Yeah, we're up a game. This has been kind of an amazing game. Yep, so opponent figured it out. They figured out the fact that they needed to like actually Skyclave now, because if I put a Yawgmoth on in play, they actually can't do anything. So there they go. We get a 4/4 illusion. Here's Yawg. Now we untap. Oh, we just scored for 3, right? Scored for 3, done. Another interaction needs to be exactly Path to Exile. Yeah, this random Yawgmoth that we got like 3 turns ago off of our Cavalier of Night trigger ended up being the reason that we're gonna win this game. I guess our opponent could have like Lightning Bolt or something, but no, Lightning Bolt doesn't do it. We beat Lightning Bolt. Ephemerate on the apparition. Gonna sack this. And then we're gonna sack the other. Yes! Woo! Wow! What a game! What a game! That was awesome. That was awesome. God, I love this deck. Can we get the 5-0? Can we get the 5-0? First time trying. First time trying the deck. Can we get the 5-0? That would be sick. Oof, we're playing against another 4-0 player. Sure. Thank you for following Master of Dementia. I'm assuming it's Dementia. So we're playing against Heliod. And they have kind of the nuts. Yep. that's the nuts in my book. You're suspiciously good at getting 5-0s with no. Oh, sure. Sure. Can we beat this game 1? I mean, we technically can, right? You can beat like 200 life. Oh, because you can't stop the card draw, right? You can't stop the card draw, that's why. So you would deck yourself before being able to... Holy fucking shit, did you see that draw? Turn 1 Arbor of, turn 2 infinite life, turn 3 infinite damage. That is incredibly absurd. That is outrageous, honestly. So probably Essence Warden's not what this is gonna be about. We obviously want Finn and Blight Beetle and Revoker. I think Abrupt Decay is gonna be fine as well. What else do we got here? Spellskite is a way to work around Skyclave operations. What's the Rex Sage for? Which card do they have that is problematic for us, Tom? We probably don't want Cavalier. Engineer for Oriok. We want to keep Hapatra because Hapatra is the combo with Finn, right? We have 5 cards that we want to cut. Stay Frosty, think will follow. Heliod activate gets snatched by Skite. Oh, okay. Shave random stuff. Okay. Shave 2 messengers. I feel like Messenger is like a fine card in the main deck, but like it's the card that I've been cutting the most by a significant margin. Let's see how our curve looks like. I guess it's pretty solid. So probably a couple of these. Colin Hale, you think of the follow. This is a turn 2. No, this is fine. So turn 1, Young Wolf. Turn 2, Wall of Roots. Turn 3, we have access to Yogg. We have a Decay, so my opponent can't have the Nut Draw anymore. Geist is weaker than Wolf. Yeah, I think that Wolf being a 1-drop has been relevant many times so far. I mean, I'm not going to play around my opponent having the absolute Nut Draw again. Just going to do this. No. 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 Opponent, no. No, opponent. No. Opponent, no. You're not gonna have... Okay. So. 1, 2, 3. Get Evo for Yogg. Yogg, kill Arbor Elf. Or do I revoke her plus Decay? Because I can just play Phyrexian Revoker here, naming... I guess I don't even know what I would name. What would I name? Because I really want to kill this Arbor Elf, right? This Arbor Elf represents so much mana. Yeah, I think I have to name Feeder. Well, but they can't infinite damage me, right? Because I have a Rap Decay. Yeah, so that's Ballista is not that big of a deal. I honestly can't believe this. Ah, should I have decayed the complementary response? If I do that, then my opponent kills my Revoker, and then they play a Spike Feeder. So I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I couldn't have decayed a Feeder with the complementary in play. Do I decay now, or do I decay after they target? Yeah, I agree. I think I let this happen. If I kill the Ballista now, they ping me for 1, and in response to the ping, I kill it. And they can't ping again. Because that what that does is that allows the young wolf to survive 1 turn. Like I get 2 creatures instead of just having the 1. So now is when we do this. Although I guess that grows their dudes. So maybe this is just wrong. Whoops. Not F6, not F6, not F6. I can't believe my opponent's draws both of these games. I honestly can't believe how insane they were. It's absolutely ridiculous. They have Apparition too. Yeah, Feeder is beatable here. Holy fuck, man. What the fuck is this? Feeder gets infinitely large and I have infinite champ blockers. That's not a big deal. Okay, we untapped with Yogg. Now what? We can Young Wolf, sack, get Blight Beetle. If opponent doesn't have exactly Apparition or Land Ballista, we lose to Land Ballista or Apparition, but we can chomp here, we can block here, protection. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think I could have ever beaten this draw. This is probably, these are the two best Heliod draws I've ever seen in my entire life. My opponent went turn 1, Arbor Elf. Turn 2, they went Utopia Sprawl into Company. Both times getting Heliod, the first time getting Spike Feeder, the second time getting Heliod Conflict Mentor. Turn 3, Ballista. Turn 4, Spike Feeder. Turn 5, Apparition to get rid of Blight Beetle. They're not gonna target Yogg. They are not idiots. Like, they've been playing really well. That was ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen better draws. I don't think that any deck can beat what just happened, honestly. I don't think any deck in Modern can beat what just happened. Yeah, opponent played it really well. But Oink Mage is a person I've seen it accused a lot, so they're no slouch. Oink Mage is there's no slouch. Yeah, we really put on a fight. I feel like we were like leveling my opponent every time. We were leveling my opponent every time, and then we just died. Amulet Nadro beats it only on the play. Yeah, they got extremely lucky. But they also played it really well, right? Like, my opponent could have gone for it with the Ballista at the earliest time, and they would have gotten God. They could have sequenced their spells differently. Lots of things that they could have done. Last turn going Gwalgeist would have made it been better. They did hesitate before casting Feeder, so it seems like they had Apparition. Yeah. Yeah, but like, if I go Gwalgeist, we're still in the same spot though, Tom, right? And my opponent just they just Apparition and they kill my Yogg, and then I'm still fucked, right? Like, I have nowhere to go from there. Like, they just Apparition my Yogg, and then I'm just chomping with a wall and chomping with the Geist. So I'm still in the same spot. I untap with one Geist in play, but now I don't have a Yogg anymore. So we were just dead. I feel like we just had to YOLO there. Like, the line that we had gave us an out to actually win. So I feel like we are just so far behind that we just have to risk it. Like, we just have to go for it. There's no real way around it. All right, this deck is awesome. This deck is a lot of fun, and this deck is super powerful. The combo, like, what I love so much is how much Yogg comes down and immediately dominates the board. So it's not so much that it's just the combo, the aspect that they have the combo kill, but also the combo kill just randomly represents a really effective board control engine with Yawgmoth. Obviously, we didn't get paired against any aggressive deck, so I would like to see how this deck fares against the Blue-Red Prowess, against the Burns, like against those decks where your life total is going to be under duress. So you probably are going to struggle a little bit more whenever you, like, you're just not going to have a bunch of life to work with in order to make your Yawgmoths good. So maybe those kind of matchups, and correct me if I'm wrong, I may be off here, but like, I would expect those kind of matchups to be a lot tougher for us. So yeah, this card is just so strong. One thing that is important is that we didn't use the proliferate thing even once. But having played against Predicted, who's hanging out in chat right now, I've seen Predicted use the proliferate effect very, very, very effectively. So it is something that didn't necessarily come up in our leagues. So it doesn't seem like it's something that comes up all that often. But it's something that could have come up. It's a tool that, you know, we didn't really get to explore too much. But this deck is sweet, man. Like, this deck is super sweet. It's doing some super unique stuff. It comes up if the match is super grindy. Yeah, that's what I imagine. Like, playing against you, I've seen you like grow your dudes in order to maximize the pressure. I've also seen you put a counter on one of my like prime times and then like activate proliferate a bunch in order to make it smaller and smaller. So yeah. Why no Vial? I have no idea. XRJ. This is a list that I copied from Tom, so I don't know why. Also comes up versus Chalice, Vial, Kitchen. Yeah, I've talked about all of those scenarios. Vial is the worst card in the deck. Yeah, I could see that being the case. I've seen Predicted having a lot of success with the card though. So I also would not be particularly surprised if the card was actually good, but everybody else on the Discord hates it. I fucking love it. Yeah. Yeah. And also I heard that everybody hates Cavalier of Night, but Tom is just a big fan. And honestly, it was great. Like the one time that we got to Cavalier of Night, it was insane. It came down, it dealt with my opponent's what's the name of the guy they killed? The Soul Herder? And it brought back the Young Wolf that then ended up being the key to us winning the match. So it looked very, very good there. So honestly, I have like 10 matches of experience. Honestly, my experience is not worth anything, but I did like what Cavalier of Night was doing right there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, folks. That's gonna be it for me today. Thank you for... Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did so, please make sure that you hit that follow button, and you can, you know, check all of the new content that I put up every day of the week. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Thank you.